Defence Minister Rajnath Singh visited Puch Air Force Station, where he is interacting with personnel of the Indian Army, Indian Air Force, Border Security Force and other security agencies. He will be briefed on the current security situation and operational preparedness by the senior commanders there. Lieutenant General Dheeraj Seth, General Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Southern Command, will also be present during the visit and will brief the Minister on the exemplary role being played by the Indian Army and the BSF operating under Puch-based Independent Infantry Brigade. The visit highlights the coordinated efforts of all security forces in ensuring the safety and security of critical assets in the region. The Defence Minister's interaction with the troops is aimed at acknowledging their courage, operational excellence and high morale in the face of emerging threats, especially in the domain of drone warfare. And to get you more on this, I'm joined by DD India correspondent Meghna Dev, straight from Ground Zero. Good afternoon, Meghna. This visit comes at a very crucial time and also after Rajnath Singh's Defence Minister's visit to Srinagar. And also when we talk about the drone warfare era and talking about the defence capabilities of India that India currently holds, how significant this visit is in tandem with the significance of Puch Air Base. Meghna.
Yes, Deepika, very important visit of the Raksha Mantri to Bhuj Air Force Station. We are actually going to witness, he will be speaking to to our air warriors. He's also going to speak and take stock of what kind of preparedness is there, what kind of operational preparedness is there. We also would be seeing that, yesterday as we saw at the Badami Bagh Cant Air Base, at the Badami Bagh Cant in Srinagar, that he did speak, sent out a very strong message for Pakistan that the way it's harboring terrorists and terrorism, it will be falling in its own trap. And besides that, also he clearly said that we are not going to give in to any kind of nuclear blackmail, and the fight against terrorism would continue, or our operation against terrorism will continue. Very clear messaging. And besides that, very important aspect that he touched upon yesterday as well, and as you asked, the indigenous capabilities that we have. We are talking about Akash. We are talking about Akash, which is a short range surface to air missile. It can engage multiple air offensives at a time in its autonomous mode as well. So we'll definitely have such indigenous capabilities. And not only we're talking about Akash, we are also talking about other defense systems. We are talking about Dhanush, we are talking about Arjun, the tank. We are also talking about Tejas, light combat aircraft. We are talking about advanced light helicopters. So, a lot of manufacturing being done in India. We are talking about that we have reached about 24,000 crores in terms of exports in 2024-25. We are also eyeing at, in the next 5 years, we'll be reaching somewhere around 50,000 crores in terms of exports. And we are aiming to become the largest exporter in terms of the defense sector by 2047. So that's the aim, and that clearly shows the kind of manufacturing capacities and capabilities that India has built in the past few years. We're also talking about what defense capabilities we are building, not only in terms of the kind of you said as the drone warfare, you said as how the modern warfare has changed, but we're also talking about how we are also manufacturing for the Navy. We are manufacturing these aircraft carriers, we are manufacturing fast patrolling systems, we are submarines and much more in that sector. So definitely not only guarding our skies, guarding our coastline, as well as with the kind of artillery that we are manufacturing for our army as well. Clearly how India is advancing its military manufacturing sector is something that the world is also looking at. And we are not only talking about manufacturing, we are also talking about tech transfer. We are talking about joint collaborations with other countries wherein we are using the technology, we are sharing technology, and we are building and co-manufacturing and definitely manufacturing in India. So that is what the prowess of India is at the moment. And the kind of engagement of these offensives that we have done during Operation Sindoor clearly showcases what capacities we have built and how and the kind of allocation that the government is doing for the research and development sector speaks
Right.
volumes of how we are aiming at our 2029 goals, and we are also aiming at our 2050 goals. To add on, Deepika, I would also like to tell you that Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is visiting Smriti Wan. I'm just outside Smriti Wan, which is in Bhuj at the moment. We are here at the moment, and what we definitely see is that he will be visiting here. Now, this is one of those memorials which have been built to pay homage to the people who lost their lives in the 2001 devastating earthquake of Kutch, and the kind of resilience that the people of Kutch have shown, the kind of resilience and the kind of rebuilding that they have done, how much of devastation it was. Everything has been, showcased here. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it was his brainchild to build a memorial like this to show that how collective efforts, how the resilience can lead up to something that what Kutch is at the moment. So definitely a lot in store when he's visiting. Besides, obviously, very important aspect, a strong message being sent out that our forces are completely prepared for any offensive, any untoward incident that comes towards us.
All right. Thank you so much, Meghna, for joining us and bringing us the latest straight from Bhuj.